Hey guys, this is Cascoons and welcome to F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. Early 2021, I played the brand new My Team Career Mode on F1 2020. I made a team, Cascoons Racing, had a 10 race season, and yeah, it was gonna be one season, but I started watching videos from this channel called CF Racing, where this guy does what if videos if this manufacturer joins F1 and does simulations and shows results, and that got me thinking what I could do this with my own team. Big shoutouts to him for inspiring this video, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like on the video, that would be very appreciated. So the only changes that I made is turning up the AI to the max 110 because it's simulation, so I'm just gonna let the AI do its thing. I replaced Vietnam with the Australia track Albert Park. That being said, let's get on to the first season. Just let you know I played the first season, just to remind you the rest 9 seasons is gonna be simulated, so you don't have to go back and watch the whole season. The first season.
Let's start with a recap on Season 1. Hamilton wins the Drivers' Championship with Mercedes winning the Constructors. Hamilton, on his way to victory, got the most wins with 5 and most fastest laps with 4. His teammate Bottas got the most poles with 4. There were 5 Grand Slams throughout the season, with Hamilton and Bottas getting 2 each, with Verstappen getting 1. More interesting is that Haas and Cascoons Racing both got a driver on the podium through Magnussen and Kunze respectively. For driver moves, Vettel and Raikkonen both retired at the end of Season 1. Grosjean takes the free seat at Alfa Romeo, De Vries teams up with Magnussen at Haas, and Antoine Hubert, rest in peace, takes Vettel's place in Ferrari. For regulation changes, FIA issued change in just the powertrain. With that, let's see what happens in Season 2. In Season 2, Mercedes got the double-double in the save, with them winning the Constructors and Hamilton again winning the Drivers' Championship. Him and Bottas split the poles with themselves with 5 each. Bottas got 1 Grand Slam and the most fastest laps with 4, and Hamilton with the most wins with 6. While Bottas, Ricciardo, Leclerc, and Sainz taking 1 win each. After Season 2, Grosjean decided to retire after 1 year with Alfa Romeo, with Matsushita taking his seat. There are no regulation changes this season. In Season 3, Mercedes took over the whole season. All poles, fastest laps, and wins are won by a Mercedes driver. Both McLaren's, Renault's, and Perez from Racing Point can only achieve a podium finish. Bottas got the most poles, while Hamilton got the most fastest laps and wins. Only 6 Grand Slams were achieved this season, Bottas winning 4 and Hamilton winning 2. After that, there was a huge shakeup in the regulations affecting the chassis, aerodynamics, and durability. The only move for drivers was from our team. We replaced the Sean Galeo with Mick Schumacher for better results. Sorry, Sean. Season 4 was less Mercedes and more other teams. Bottas got the most poles again, but it was Verstappen who got the most fast laps and wins, winning the Drivers' Championship and Red Bull winning the Constructors. Both Red Bull and Mercedes drivers took hold of the podium, along with Gasly winning a race at Monza no less. For Grand Slams, the champion and Bottas got 2 each. There were no transfers or regulation changes, so let's go straight to Season 5. Red Bull achieved the 2 championships with Verstappen. He got only 2 Grand Slams, most fast laps, and most wins. Well, at least Bottas kept his title for most poles. Both AlphaTauris got podium finishes, and Norris and Schumacher got their first wins of the save. For transfers, shocking news. Lewis Hamilton retires from F1, and it is Gasly that takes the coveted seat besides Bottas. Perhaps Toto Wolff was more impressed with his performances than George Russell. Magnussen takes the spare seat. Season 6 has seen Mercedes' dominance, but in the form of Gasly. 6 poles, 6 fastest laps, 7 wins, 4 Grand Slams, and winning both championships. The transfer had paid off. Schumacher gets another win, and Kunze gets his first podium since Season 1.
Another year, another retirement with Magnussen after a short stay at AlphaTauri. Perez takes the spare seat at the junior team, and Russell takes his place at Racing Point, and finally, Guan Yu Zhou fills in at Williams. Aerodynamics and chassis were affected in this round of regulation changes, and now onwards to Season 7.
Season 7 is the season of Kunze Racing, our team winning both championships. Schumacher being the MVP, taking all poles, 4 Grand Slams, 8 wins, and Kunze taking most fastest laps. Gasly, Norris, and Verstappen can only get 3rd place during the season, with both Kunze Racing drivers holding the top 2 steps. No transfers or regulation changes to talk about. We move on to Season 8. Gasly went head-to-head with his former teammate Verstappen this season, with Gasly and Mercedes winning the championships. Gasly achieved 7 poles, Albon got 3 fastest laps, and Gasly and Verstappen had the same number of wins with 3. Gasly just edging out more to win the championship. For Grand Slams, Schumacher got 1, while Gasly got 2.
Surprisingly, after Season 8, Lando Norris decided to hang his boots. Guessing that Corcoran struck some content gold that year, Lando chose to focus on that instead of F1. Ocon partners with Sainz at McLaren, Stroll leaving his father's team to move to Renault. Schumacher moves to Racing Point, and Daniel Ricciardo signs with Kunze Racing for the next season. Giotto takes the spare seat at Renault. There are no regulation changes.
In Season 9, Gasly and Mercedes once again become holders of the championships. There was some 2012 vibes in the season, with 5 different drivers winning the first 5 races: Verstappen, Gasly, Russell, Albon, and Lance Stroll. Gasly got the most poles, Stroll got the most wins, and both got 3 fastest laps each. Giotto got himself a surprise podium finish, and only 1 Grand Slam was achieved, that by Gasly.
Ricciardo was not happy at Kunze Racing, only getting 1 podium finish, so he didn't resign and went to McLaren, but out came Sainz going the other way and joins Kunze Racing. McLaren did another driver swap with Renault, Ocon and Giotto going the opposite direction. No regulation changes for the last season of the save, which is Season 10.
The last season, Season 10, we saw ultimate regret coming from Ricciardo, as Sainz got the Drivers' Championship with Kunze Racing winning the Constructors. But it wasn't that easy, with Stroll close behind Sainz all throughout the season, both having the same number of fastest laps and wins. There were a bunch of drivers getting a place on the podium, including both Ferraris, Red Bulls, and Mercedes.
So let's bring up some stats. In 100 qualifying sessions, Bottas got the most poles with 32, Gasly coming in second with 22, and Schumacher gets 3rd place with 14 poles. Over 100 races, it was Gasly who got the most fastest laps in the save with 15, Hamilton, Bottas, and Kunze tying for 2nd place with 14, and Verstappen 3rd place with 10. 100 races to win. In the end, it was Hamilton with the most wins with 19. Verstappen with 15 makes him 2nd, and 3rd place is tied between Gasly and Bottas with 13 wins each. And lastly, Grand Slams, who took control of the entire race week multiple times. In 100 races, only 34 Grand Slams were recorded, and it was Bottas with 9. 2nd place goes to Gasly with 7, and another tie for 3rd place with Verstappen and Schumacher with 5.
And yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you got it this far, this probably was the biggest video I've made yet in terms of the procedures, what to do, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I have more schoolwork to do now, so this is gonna be the last video in a while. But hopefully I'll be back soon. Hopefully, maybe I'll find some time. And meanwhile, please check out my other videos too. And if you like them, please leave a like and subscribe to your channel. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.